because Atto
goal.
thought about the own goal. Instead, thought better of it. KC 6-1. What a start.
Should have scored the own goal. Every player above 500 points. Every player got 2 goals. What a performance from KC. No, definitely not Razias. Yeah, that's quite a discrepancy. Ouch. That's not the sort of game that you want to have. 102 points for Razias, as you can see here. Got 500, 500. I mean, that's a great game. 82. Oh, no! No! We can tell you now from in the lobby, it says 102.
They've chopped 20 off. Absolute toxic production coming through. And it's not for Tox, it's for Razias. Goodness me. That's double digits isn't great. That doesn't look great on the scoreboard. I think he won't be happy with that, but I don't think they'll be worried about the individual score, Shogun. They'll be worried about the fact that they conceded 6 goals to a Carmen Corp in game 1. They had 6 shots of their own, but they weren't great.
No, they had 2 good goal scoring chances. Obviously, they scored one of them, and then I believe it was Razias from the backboard that missed the ball. That was it. That was as far as that went. But for KC, it wasn't their usual playstyle either. They didn't really have to do that. They would just sort of force loose balls and then hit it top bins.
Yeah, they just kind of
really wasn't that complicated.
Yeah, it was kind of simple. Just perfect shooting, time and time again, which is easy as you like, I guess. As Vatira has decided to play game 2 by himself, and
he would.
He
my nose.
As you guys can probably tell, we're going to have to quickly restart that one. Vatira going, oops, sorry. Players just went a little bit early.
If Vatira could get that ability to have his own car mirrored, he would absolutely play the 2v2 tournament with it, and you know it.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the confidence he has, and he believes he's the best player in the world, and so why not have 2 of you?
It's been hard to argue with him. It really has. Over the last year, he has really stepped up. I think everybody on KC has, to be honest. I mean, Atto especially. We were really wondering, what was this team going to be able to do once Drali was gone? Is it going to drag them into the pack? No, apparently not. Atto has been so much improved. And Juicy, Juicy had some question marks on him. And by some question marks, I mean a lot of question marks. He's doing great.
Yeah, he's flying right now. He's just, I don't know. He's fit into this KC lineup better than anyone would have expected. Certainly better than what the majority of the community would have expected after Drali, the kind of noted best player in the world at the time, was departing, and well, he's flying himself. So this organization of KC, just if you can get in the system at any point, seems like every player that is a part of it just flourishes.
Vatira, backboard, and it's off the crossbar. Great save. Atomic scoops it away for the time being, and Tox will escape. Great start from KC, but Magnifico, maybe good for their confidence, have actually survived an attack.
Yeah, well, that's the defensive magic we saw on Friday. The problem is it's not the most sustainable way to play Rocket League, but if they can find the magic again, they only need to do it for a few more games to be crowned the Open 2 champions here in Europe. That's better, though, from game 2. And they need to find that defense. That's their one wood. That's what's going to ensure that they are competitive against one of, well, I'd say the best team in the world right now.
We'll find out very soon. There's a couple of teams maybe waiting in the wings that have got something to say about that. Tox also wants to have a little bit of a say right now. Been muted throughout this entire series. Razias struggling to find the wheels under his car as Atomic has to avoid being demoed. Juicy doesn't get the reset, instead settles for a 50. Atto on the turn. Second man from KC is categorically faster. And Magnifico have got to find an answer to that because they're just not finding a follow-up. As good positioning for Tira. Very disciplined to not get caught out.
Yeah, great positioning. So often their third man, you're thinking everything's safe, it's under control. You're just going to go back corner for boost, not to be. So nearly set up a beautiful backboard play, but the defense coming through. You said the second man's a bit slower for Magnifico, but they're more than happy to just batten down the hatches and play defense. We can see kind of both teams settling into their play style now. Into game 2. The warm-up game is well and truly over, and Magnifico, well, they'll be a little bit happier as that nearly went into the back of the net. They're a lot happier though with how the scoreline was looking at this point in game 1.
This is usually the way that Rocket League esports goes as well, isn't it? Of one absolute drubbing, and then the next game is either incredibly close or won by the other team. And history might repeat itself.
Well, well, well. Out of nowhere, Atomic. Got to give some credit to the placement as well. Atto was humming along with zero boost to try and get to that left-hand side, but off the post and in. Atomic strikes first. Magnifico get their first lead of the series.
Every single time anything like this happens, I just get reminded of BDS versus G2 Dallas Worlds. Second time around. Realized that wasn't very specific. Absolute drubbing from G2 in game 1, and then BDS bounced back in game 2. Magnifico looking to try and replicate some of that, but Vatira's on the way. Goes for a block shot. Almost went through 2 players.
It's nearly, I don't want to say it's better to get absolutely smacked in game 1, but it's a complete reset. It's kind of just, you know, diving into cold water in it and just kind of going, okay, we're in it now.
You face your fears.
Yeah, and you're not really overthinking that game 1 because it went so poorly. Whereas if you lose by maybe one little mistake, you might be overthinking it going into game 2. They've just completely reset. They've got the lead, and they're looking like the Friday team that took all the headlines.
Juicy, not the greatest touch ever. Has to lay it off to Vatira, happy to take. Reset, goes low. Atomic's been turned into a pretzel. Twisted all over the place. One each.
I don't know how you defend this. You commit at any point. He's ripping that to the left side instead. He just goes for the staunch approach. 50s into the bottom right corner. 1-1. Vatira so clinical in those one-on-one situations. He just loves sizing up that last man in net.
On the reset again, expecting to play it this time. He's got Juicy, who's put it to the far side. Vatira and space equals KC goal.
Look at the fact he gets this over the top of his ears, but doesn't hit it far enough or hard enough for the defender, the third man, the last.
Damn, Raziers was doing better yesterday with the defending, but now that they're up against K-Core.
Oh, he's going again.
Oh, dear Lord.
Unhappy. Someone dared beat him for 2 minutes. How dare you? Vatira looking for the wall. Gets the recovery. Almost there before Atomic, who scampers over. That one's on target, and Atto has to avoid getting hit by his opposite number. Vatira's already got a demo. It means it's there for Juicy off the post, and for the first time, they've not got the shooting. Vatira looks to try and make something better of it, but he can't.
Slovy's always thinking of that extra option. He wasn't going for the shot right there, was trying to look for that low 50. The pass down to his teammate. 1 minute left. KC in the lead, which is crazy. 30 seconds ago, we were saying how Magnifico are right back into this series. 50 seconds now. Tox can't control this one. We're not really seeing time on ball for Magnifico. They're just kind of hitting the ball away. Just going to make it tough to score a goal from here.
Atto just finding the angles, getting the gaps. Straight into the middle. Atto going to just try and turn around. I would not have been shocked if he back corner buried, and maybe he should have done. Team's a little bit of trouble, but it's hard to create in this sort of position. Magnifico at least trying for the time being. They've got 20 seconds to crack the lock.
Yeah, feels like they need a bit of magic right here. 15 seconds left. Vatira goes to the 50. He's got zero boost. There's a nice shot coming in. They are low here, KC. Raziers, I want to see the infield there. He went the straight back wall, and he had 2 members.
Oh, no.
And now the infield comes. It's so far backwards, they're not ready for it. Atomic tries to go for the flick. One last chance, perhaps. Atto too quick. He's just hitting the ground. KC off the back of a Vatira. Pretty much
2-0.
10. Doing everything.
Yeah, Vatira played fantastic in that game. He really, really did. Dragged KC back into it. And it is going to be a timeout for Magnifico. Raziers had the timeout out before Atto even said GG. So they were more than ready with that one. I think Raziers needs that especially. I think he's really struggling at the moment. It was a better game. But 2 games where you've hit, what, 102, 145? He's just not in the rhythm.
Yeah, it's, dare I say, I don't want to rag on my own region, but this is a bit more like the Raziers I saw in OCE. And there were question marks in there, how on earth the Friday version of Raziers, this Magnifico team, didn't perform in OCE when you're seeing him take down KC, take down Ninjas in Pajamas. But you know, so we're starting to see just the signs of inconsistency, I'd say, from Magnifico. But you're playing a KC where I think Vatira would have done that against pretty much any team in the world. He was just, it looked unplayable, his solo attempts. But it's all about reducing the amount of times Vatira gets space like that. And right now, Magnifico are happy to just sit back, which is probably not the best strategy.
Yeah, KC did a great job of switching up their playstyle midway through that. Obviously, had a lot of success just taking the 50s, letting the ball bounce out, and then taking a shot in game one. This time around, they realized, okay, we've got a bit of space. You know, they're going to try and defend this 1-goal lead with their lives. Vati just said, all right, well, I've got time then. Let's see what I can do with it. And, well, you saw the results for that. The Magnifico, though, this next game is must win. Cannot go down by 3-0. It's a team like KC. Gotta find some answers. They gotta find the Raziers from Friday and Saturday. It'll be a fantastically successful event for them, no matter what the result here. But they won't want it to be like this.
Yeah, this is a Karma call that looked completely different to yesterday as well. And so far, it has just been Vatira. You mentioned before him looking like the best player. He could be the best player in the world. He's playing like it right now. Magnifico with no answers for just yet. I mean, they had the lead with 90 seconds left. It could have been a completely different story. But there's one man on KC that just hates losing. I feel like you could play him at rock, paper, scissors, anything, and he'd just treat it as seriously as this tournament right here.
He's going to be reading your micro expressions. He's got a book. How to play rock, paper, scissors. You know what? There's probably a theory crafter out there for that.
Oh, definitely.
We'll get that going at some point. The internal rock, paper, scissors tournament, a league, something or other. We're not inviting Vatira, though. He'll just win. As that is an off the backboard. Toxis to get rid of it, because I knew somebody was going to be lurking if he didn't.
Here he is. Pops it up. Juicy. Not going to be ready for this one. Zato's just sweeping through, looking for bumps. Grabs mid boost. Nice ground pinch from Atomic, but this is kind of the story. They work it down into the KC half, and then they just hand them the ball. And it's very similar to what we saw in OCE, a team known as the Bulldogs. We said they play like a Bulldog Shogun because they like playing fetch. They go grab the ball and then give it straight back to the other team. And this is what we're seeing right now from Magnifico. They want it, and they're happy to give it straight back to KC. This is very awkward. Triple commit coming through. Oh, hang on. Almost an opening. Fraziers was quick enough not to be, but they found a little mistake, a little overcommit there from Carmencore.
Yeah, Juicy did a great job of retaining at least a little bit of momentum with a zero boost. Oh, what a shot! Oh! Okay, Atomic!
It's just out of nowhere, we see the pace picked up, an insanely quick double. Atto, usually thinking that's every day of the week for him. He was almost jarred by the pace because Magnifico have been playing so slow, looking for these counterattacks. Atomic just switched it up, clicked it up again, got him 1-0.
Atto, only as far as Atomic, and this is what they need. Atomic, for me, was the standout in the games that they were winning yesterday. Had some fantastic Rocket League in his backpack. You need more of that. They've got 1-goal lead yet again. Magnifico have proven that they can do that. Raziers on zero boost. Oh, that's popped up dangerously. Vatira leaves it, fakes for Atto. Shot on target. Vatira just couldn't find a body to hit.
I like this from Raziers as well. Just rotate on the ball, look for those counter-attack chances. Try and eliminate the risk of the third member of Carmen Corp delivering the killing blow, the crushing blow. As Atomic finds the demo on the danger man. Here's Atto. Does he get space? Atomic, oh, he's whiffed off the backboard. He couldn't reach it. And the reset double was superb.
Just a difficult spot. Atomic, it's an awkward angle because he can't go the direct route. If he goes that way, he gets bumped, he misses the ball. If he tries to avoid the demo, he misses the ball. It really was not a good choice for him.
So clinical. It's incredible watching KC when they do get a window like that. You miss, it's in the back of the net. It's a reset double, which is such a difficult mechanic to execute, especially off the reset, just not knowing how high you're going to pop the ball. Magnifico in even more trouble straight off the kickoff. Half the game remains Vatira. Look at him sweep it across back post, looking deadly. Raziers just finds a pocket, a window to get out.
All right, that'll definitely work. Get the bump. Vatira, I think, maybe expected somebody around. Not the case. Sato straight into the middle. That's such a crucial demo from Raziers. Well, that follow-up shot was on its way. Sato with zero boost, happy to turn. There comes Raziz. Oh, it's just gone wrong for him. He's scrambled incredibly well, and now he might have the 1v1. Atto gets out of the way and gets rid.
He just didn't want to pop it up because that allowed Atto to crawl up the back wall. If he kept it low, he would have to stay and be more vulnerable to the bump. Perhaps still a chance if the shot's on. It's a great shot. Atto again. Back in time. Juicy 0 boost. Wifty coming through. We love seeing those in Europe. As Atto clears it downfield. KC, when we do see Magnifico pick the pace up, they are getting caught out.
Yeah, but Magnifico are seemingly happy to play a more open game here. They are taking risks. Happy to launch. Happy to challenge. Rosé's already on the way. Oh, Atomic had to play the ball. So easy to make a mistake there and looking maybe a little bit silly. Reddit. Oh, that's awkward though. And again, the demo. Raziz on those demos on the way back. Give him credit. He is finding
What's
the
up,
key
everybody?
targets. They might need him again. Up. Atto goes for it. Backboard. It's over for Juicy. Another great save. They get rid of it. I think the crossbar did the work anyway. But again, Magnifico survive.
This fucking chair.
Magnifico defense was the crossbar. It was still a ridiculous save from Raziz. They just have to expect that every shot from KC is in your top corner. The pre-jump came through. It worked. The reset now from Raziz. 1 minute left. Got themselves in their best spot at this stage of a game so far this series. And this is a must-win.
Tell you what, Atomic's going to see blue cars in his nightmares. The amount of them that are trying to hunt him down for demos. There's another one over in the background as well. Tox needs to try and challenge this at some point. Catches it on his way down. Raziz unchallenged for the time being. Atto, who has not put a foot wrong this entire game. He's been the standout here for KC. Juicy reset. Put it a little bit too late. Couldn't get enough power.
Oh, little fake play.
What's up, Jenny?
Matira was waiting, patient in net. Tox turns, gets over the top of two. If he finds the bump, would have been a goal.
Demo.
It's a demo. Vatira landed the demo, but didn't have boost to get the shot on.
Hope your
net.
morning's
Could have been
going
the goal.
good.
And nearly another chance for KC to steal another game to move on a triple match point. 8 seconds now. Atto, reset, over one. Raziz, he's stuck on his own post. Could be late drama. Late trouble here for Magnifico.
What the
They
fuck?
gotta batten down the hatches. The pre-jump, enormous from Magnifico, from Raziz. Let's get removed for his efforts. And do we see the ball hit the ground? Atomic with a huge...
Oh, no way. No way.
Have they overshot it? There's no way. Throws it on. He just didn't get it direct enough.
Yeah, it just kept going to the right, and Tox wasn't ready for it. He didn't expect the ball to go wider. Here he comes again. He got to go for the player. Couldn't quite find Juicy's car. Great challenge, though, from Raziz. Goes again, out to Atomic. Looks for the heat check. Will there be a mistake? Oh,
I know that you're
of course
bullshitting,
not.
though.
Yeah, that's some sort of heat check. He just absolutely lobbed it to the roof, to the moon. Natto collects his Raziz now, looking to work it down the other end. Has a reset, doesn't land a bump. The KC are throwing the ball away. That's a nice touch as well. Vatira hasn't got the touch. It's just Juicy in net. How's the shot? Atto 0 boost to the side, but still Magnifico circling, looking fantastic. They can't get through the blue wall.
Without Atto, Magnifico have won this game ages ago. He has scrambled them out of situations so often. Juicy with a pop along. Raziz, first touch into the second. Who dares challenge him? Oh, it's so delayed there from Juicy. Now they have a chance to break away. Atto on the way for it. Atomic's gonna be the one on the goal line. Raziz gets the cross early. That was so crucial. And they might have a chance to get the 50%. Vatira crushed him.
And every attempt now, every solo play is met with a pre-jump from Magnifico. That's the difference from the first few games where all they did with first 2 games, should I say, where they were just waiting in net. They were letting them attack. They were giving the likes of Vatira space. Now they're pre-jumping every single ball. They're making the touch. They're making it easier for the teammates in behind.
Yeah, they've made a very good adjustment. Raziz over to Atomic. Vatira just a little bit too fast. Question is when are you pre-jumping too much? Vatira, reset, no boost. Oh, it was missed by Tox. Thankfully, the post comes to save them. Atomic gets it, scrambles it, get rid of it any way you can, just nowhere near where it currently is.
He just ate the 50. And Raziz has actually gone under 2. If he can throw it on net, he's trying to rip it across 0 boost. Both teams just fighting for that third man rotation, hoping that a teammate can back them up in behind. Series Raziz gets the 50, nobody home. Vatira, does he get a chance to shoot? No, Tox with 0 boost. Finds the challenge that he needs and the bump as well.
Tox's pre-jumps, he's just a willingness to go. is giving Magnifico such a lifeline. Resist has gone early. Now they've got Tox midfield. Atto waits, realizes he's not going to get there before Tox does. That's difficult though. Resist can't afford to make a mistake, and he certainly doesn't. And a much improved performance from him.
What a great 50 as well. That's the value he got off the backboard read. Tox just throwing himself at the ball. Atto has beaten Atomic. Juicy up. He's beaten one as well. It's just Tox. Juicy!
It took 8 shots.
No. I'm not monetized yet, so I don't make any money from YouTube. Yet.
And KC have got quadruple match points.
We said it was now or never for Magnifico, and they played like a defense. Incredible. Atomic putting up 1K score and 9 saves to his name, but it's still not enough. 21 shots for Carmine Court for the 2 goals. That is a lot of work just to find a couple.
Atomic played
Maybe if I were monetized, but I don't see that happening anytime soon for me. That's all right.
That was their best one, and it still slipped away. And it wasn't from anything they did. That's just brilliant from Juicy. Even managed to recorrect his diagonal angle.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure about that.
It's going so well, and KC are playing great.
At least not anytime soon, unless I can get a video to go viral somehow. But I'm not that entertaining or that funny.
Looking Magnifico as well. You've got to give credit to the defense. They've put up 16 saves, and they've only conceded twice to KC, but 21 shots. That is just unrelenting. The offense, relentless. And they do find a way through, not without Magnifico having a few chances as well. I think they had 13 shots of their own for the
If
one
Atto was not as on point as he was, then that
What
could have
the
been really
fuck?
bad for KC.
Yeah.
All right, Magnifico. Well, let's see how that mental is. You've got the steepest hill to climb.
You need to calm the fuck down.
KC, who look very much on form, might be taking the title as tournament favorites. Also, a few teams that might have something to say about that. Vatira on the way. Good bump onto Tox, so it's now 1v1 Vatira against Atomic. And Atomic, well, he's always coming out on top on those. He just has to deal with a lot of them.
Yeah, he's got to have great mental as well, because after the previous game he played and still losing, I feel like a lot of people just want to say, what's the point?
What have you got to do?
It's just, what's the point against this team if you're putting up 9 saves, 1,081 score, and you're still losing? A goal to his name as well, but he is bouncing back, and as you mentioned, brilliant play to kick off this game. Love the way he's transitioning. He's controlling the court for Magnifico.
Have you ever like dropped 1,000 points?
Yeah, I said it's not a family-friendly stream, but that doesn't mean there's going to be anything of that type of stuff being said.
But is not the case.
I think he can at least sit out of the replay review session of that game.
Oh no, I'm too vindictive, mate. I would be in the replay review. Hey, so that's my save, and then I got a save. Oh, and look, and here's how I got a save.
Yeah, clearly, I don't think you'd be good on the team then, Shogun.
No.
I think this is maybe
Johnny and Stumpy can tell you that from Paris.
Shogi, stick to golf. Well, the individual sport. Minute 35 gone. Minute 45 gone, should I say, into this game. And, well, no damage done. Magnifico probably happy with that, but they know at some point they do need to find a way through this blue wall. And at the same time, KC at some point need to find a way through without scoring 20 shots perhaps on net. As Vatira try to wedge it in. More saves coming through. The wall is being built. It's not blue, it's orange.
It's actually going to go in, and it's Atomic who first denies Vatira, then he puts this one in. He's already on 432 points. Atomic is unreal at the moment, and he might get swept.
Just for comparison, his teammate Tox is on 42. Atomic has more than 10 times the points of his teammate.
Atomic's got more than all of KC combined.
What? He does too. This is ridiculous.
He's still down by 3. Oh dear. Full sympathy, to be honest, as demo comes through. Atto realizes the pass to Vatira probably not on. Decides to go for the low challenge off the reset. Juicy reset himself. No real options, so just keep taking the 50s. Seems to be Casey's way through at the moment, and Atto, time to go for the back corner Barry, and a respawn for Vatira means that he can take claim.
Interesting seeing that the KC going for the demo on Atomic. Get rid of the danger man. There's a reset, and Atomic hasn't got it yet to make the save. He's playing the series of his life. Have you ever seen a man be dominated 3-0 in more exciting and dominant fashion of his own?
Get that man a game. He deserves it. He needs it. Off the wall, here comes Atto, sealing reset. Atomic's already waiting on the backboard. This time, only needs to get rid of the clear. Maybe not the best one, actually, as Juicy claims. Atomic on the way. Is he going to go for Atto? Is he going to go for the ball? It was still dangerous. Of them rise, and no one really claims a dominant win, but 100 seconds left in this game. Magnifico's still got a lead, but these leads have not held.
Here's Tox looking for the double. He's got the double, but it's not on target. A half chance coming through. Still with the lead. Minute 20 now. Juicy. He's got 0 boost. Raziers finds the 50. Tox just rolls through it with the Octane. Strong as an ox. As he does get the reset now. Rips it over the top. Atto just going to take it patiently, but he has lost that corner boost.
Yeah, Magnifico have also not gone for that play. That's sort of a sign of their mental of they're going to try and hold on to this 1-goal lead. They will not want to commit the second player. Are they going to regret it? Tox on the way. Try to read the back corner. He steals the boost, and this is awkward now for Juicy. Tox sort of understood the play. Oh, he is! Raziers makes himself known.
And finally, Atomic gets some help. Tox does so much work. He just funnels the ball into the back corner. He knows Juicy wants the boost. He steals it, finds the bump, gets the demo, and Raziers with some precise shooting. He might have only had 40 points, but that goal has got them their first game win, unless something crazy happens.
Atomic on the way. Can't get there in time, and this is definitely not done just yet. Seeing what Casey can do, although this might be a chance for another breakaway. Tox grabs the 100. Back into the corner, 2 players available. Atto's on the break, and now it's 2v2. Atto on the way, wants the bump, gets the bump, and Vatira scores!
Definitely went early there on me for Magnifico fans. 29 seconds, plenty of time. The air dribble bump. It's the Atto-Vatira combo, a combination as old as time, or as nearly as old as the open era. They are looking to end it now. They don't want to give Magnifico a game.
Oh, Atomic's not had the greatest challenge! Saved by Raziers. Vatira just couldn't get there in time to put it away from him. Atomic will breathe a sigh of relief. He's not punished. Vatira pre-jumps, and he's put it wide.
Raziers with another touch as well. KC going for it, throwing the absolute kitchen sink. 10 seconds left. Just hold on. You deserve a game, Magnifico. Do it for Atomic at least. 3 seconds. Now they just need to find the ball down. Juicy, does he get one last chance?
Go. You've got to challenge him.
Decides to sit back, batten down the hatches, and here he goes. He is otherworldly, as you would say, Shogun. And they get their first game win. Oh, deserved.
And he's dropped 572, or 565. Raziers on 572. I tell you what, Atomic, for the first 3 minutes, best player on the field. But once they were needed, that second goal from Raziers and Tox was incredible game reading. Just, hey, you want that 100 boost? Well, I'm already over there. I know what you want.
What's up, everyone?
Harassing.
Wow. They deserved one at least.
They do. I'm so happy for him.
And his teammates have stepped up, so it's a long road. Let's not try and sell you on an absolute dream.
Oh, my bias is now gone. You've got your 1-game win. I'm back to neutral again.
Yeah, but I think they can lock it down in 5, should I say? But yeah, 5 shots. They just got that freebie, didn't they? A rare positional mistake. Atto pushing up, Vatira 3rd man, and he was across on the other side of the pitch. So just a little miscommunication, not expecting the net to be open. Rarely do KC leave the net open, even though they sit so high up the pitch. But yeah, they pounced on that chance and in the end got their first win on the board.
So game number 5. Magnifico have at least prevented the sweep. They've got to do that 3 more times. Yeah, good luck. And Raziers going to try and start off.
I will say, I think, am I correct in that KC, at least on the official broadcast, haven't won a game on this map, though?
I really want us to track the, at least, French-related teams throughout the season. Oh, is that just in? Oh, what a save from Atomic. Of course it's Atomic.
What's happened? Check his PC. What is this gameplay we're witnessing? He's looking like the best player in the world right now. Raziz has found the demo. He's found the bump, but the ball just doesn't find its way to the bottom of the net. And here is Vatira with a shot on Raziz. Has to get back in time. Does just that.
Yeah, we do need to track how the French teams do on this map throughout the season. It's sort of been the meme, hasn't it, of the French can't win in France. Can they do it on the French map? Very awkward at the moment. Raziz looks for the backboard. No, you give Raziz a clean shooting chance. He does not take a second look at it, does he? He always wants to go for the power shot. Vatira gets a demo on one. Hasn't got the boost to turn around, and Raziz will get rid of it.
He's going to fake it for Tox. If you can find the shot, it's another whiff as well. Atto very awkward. Juicy looks to help out his two teammates in net. Here is Atto this time. It's a fake. Vatira underneath. It's kind of toe pokes it straight to Raziz, and this time, they're playing fetch with the ball. They've grabbed it, given it straight back to Magnifico, and they're all straight back with their tail between their legs into net. Vatira looks for the clear this time, does find a teammate, does find Atto. Back to Vati, the 1-2-1. The shot isn't online.
Good challenge, Atto. Reset, that's why you've got to go early, and, well, if you're going to have anybody for it, Tox seems to be the guy. He is fully committed to this role of, I will just send myself. You guys clean up afterwards. As Atomic has to avoid his own teammate. Raziz now needs to get rid of this after another bump onto Tox. Magnifico have eased their way into making these games consistent, but they're going to need some miracle. And it's not available. Atto scores.
Vatira just forced all three to work for this, and Raziz unfortunately decided the corner boost just looked too tasty for him, which meant he wasn't in net in time. Atto has the wide open net, the redirect off the post, an opportunistic bounce, and the first goal to KC.
Magnifico have now got to get to work. They need a goal now. Atomic goes backboard, just a little bit too easy to read for Vatira. Came the obvious play. These air dribbles are doing so much work. Tommy's going to have one for himself. He's got Tox in support who wants the demo. They've actually managed to scramble. Can they find a way through? No, just took too much time, and Vatira brought the cavalry, but that's a great shot. Put it low and well scooped out.
Yeah, still needed the double commit to come through. The flick. It was much power as Atto was looking for. Serious Vatira just controlling proceedings. Another fake coming through. Tox nearly helped him out there. So now Raziz, we get one more over the top. He does get around Atto. Tox looks for the low 50. Atomic, positional freak with the ground pinch. Juicy wedges it out more.
Surely.
Do double commit. This has to be a goal. Vatira says no. Atomic says maybe if I can get it online. Another touch. One more for Raziz. And here is that man once again.
Yeah, I think Vatira just had the idea of, oh, you think you're the defensive mastermind around here? No, I'll show you how it's done. Great challenge on the goal line. But they're going to need more of it. This time from Atto. Juicy has a bit of an argument with the post. Post always wins those. This is good, though, from Magnifico. If they are going to get it, it's going to be like this. But we have not really seen them crack a KC defense that is already set up.
As Juicy throws it down. They are low boost, but they've got an open net. Out of nowhere, the 50 comes through. It's a beautiful pop for Atto, who has a reset, but he has no boost. Tox, we want that drop down again. Vatira has to back off. Raziz just throws himself with the ball. It's actually a great pass to Atomic. Oh! First time makes a little mistake. Tox and the cleanup enormous.
That is must score. Atomic almost let his team down, but Tox, nah, buddy, I've got you. Blasts it in off the crossbar. How many goals have we seen that have been crossbarring in today?
That is a ridiculously tough shot. He had to be so quick to the ball, but still good enough to get the ball down off the bar and in. Tox has given a lifeline to Magnifico. Here's the pop for Vatira. Atomic to Raziz. We'll have Tox perhaps downfield. Tox loves sitting in the opposition corner. He kind of flirts with your corner boost as well. He waits for you to get close enough, and then he picks it up.
Boomer ball here. As Atto, low boost. Had a few of those situations where Atto has been a bit put in a position of survive and do not make a mistake. There's no real outplay available to him. There's Tox. Oh, he wants the 50. Somebody go. It's a little bit too late. Raziz now caught into action. Heavy first touch, and Juicy will take over.
Oh, Atomic had to come up huge there. He was in a momentary 1-on-3. Don't pinch it.
Oh, dear.
They've thrown the ball away. Vatira has missed. Raziz has to get their fingernail on it. They want the overtime now. Magnifico, that they've given KC a look on 0 to keep the ball up. Raziz wants the corner, finds the deck. Overtime.
Magnifico really got away with that. 2 separate mistakes. Any other time, KC punish. Atto gonna go for the player. He always does. Vatira backboard as Raziz makes sure of it, but they're still under threat, and Atomic reads Atto's double tap.
You see a quick KC look to attack. Atto turning on the corner, finding 2 off the wall, but the defense coming up trumps again for Magnifico. Juicy. His shooting's been fantastic. His shooting is phenomenal, and he calls series.
Well, we started with it. We might as well end with it. KC win by striking the ball pure. What a series. That got a lot more entertaining than game 1 promised.
Game 1 was rough. The Magnifico
Game 1 was
did
rough.
wake up. They showed us why they took down Ninjas in Pajamas, why they took down this very team in a best of 5 on Friday a couple of days ago. But they couldn't get the job done in a best of 7. At the 4-1 win, the scoreline probably doesn't read just how enthralling the gameplay was, just how well Atomic played as well, as the whole team stepping up towards the back end of the series. But KC, just relentless. Too good.
Oh, KC are on form again. There was definitely questions regarding how they played yesterday. Were not in their top form against that very game, Man City. But hey, they've done it. They've done it again. They're into the semi-finals, and they're hunting for another championship for the rest of the day.
Oh, looks like you're backing up a bit here. Okay, Luann? Is there a Luann in the house?
Remember, you don't work here. Young homeowners love to get involved with everything.
Luann going once.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents,
Luann?
but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
Sorry.
Luann!
T-Bates here, and today I have a special unboxing from Blacklight. It's gonna be something you've never seen before. ASMR. Let's get into it. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Oh my gosh. It's cool. These are the instructions. It's a piece of art. Smooth as silk. And now for the finishing touches. The Athena Pro. Blacklight. RLCS. Available for pre-order right now.
Come over, dying to know where you came from. We're breaking open. Feel like our future's just begun. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together on our own. Just lead me into your world.
Yo, what up? Welcome to the stream, Girth. Welcome back.
Waiting for no one. We're headed straight up for the sun. They'll never notice. We'll take these cities on our own. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever.
Well, as was yesterday, it is again today. Magnifico could not continue on this journey of taking down Titans. K-Corp gets their revenge, and to talk about it, Atto is joining me now. Atto, does the revenge feel sweet? Does it feel great?
Yes, of course. I don't think I mean, we just lost like 2 days ago. They did crazy saves. They did, I don't know. They just picked, and we wanted the revenge, and we took it. So
yeah,
we are really happy and top 4. So we just want to be gentlemates now.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it's good to keep locking in going forward. Well, I want to get just a little bit more detail, I guess, on it. You just said that they peaked.
Sorry, guys, I'm back.
Was Magnifico then, you think, that was just really having a good day? It wasn't you guys faltering in your own style?
I think it's a bit both. Like, I think they played really well, and we could score some goals.
Sorry it took so long. Stuff's going on outside.
That's fair enough. Now, I guess looking at the match with Man City, that was another match that I think most people look at K-Corp and say, okay, you should be able to crush through that was such a longer series.
Against Manchester City?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think yesterday we played a bit bad, but they played really good on the other side. But I think we still dropped 2 games with dumb mistakes, and we were not really happy with the way we played. But right now we are playing well, and we are feeling confident for the semi-final.
Okay, well, just one final question then is when you lose series or get close to series against teams that you probably should maybe win a little bit better against, do you focus on that team if you know a rematch is coming up, or is it more of just focusing internally on your own style? And
what days do I go live?
I mean, I think
so far it's been every day.
I think with the way we lost, it was
except for one day, which I did stream in the morning.
There is nothing special. They're not doing that.
So yeah, so far it's been every day I've been streaming. Tomorrow I will stream, but it'll either be
continue that on. Continue being happy. It's
sometime early morning,
as you said, Gentlemates up next,
or most likely in the afternoon after I get done recording with my group for to finish up a video.
Oh, for Rocket League. Okay.
Yes.
Can
I have my RLCS titles, please?
Get this man his titles. Get this man his titles. We'll work on that. Get it in chat. We'll start a campaign for you, man. Thank you so much, Atto. Good luck in your matches. There it is. Get this man his titles. Welcome back to the Shogun and CJ.
It's one way to do it indeed. It's it's quite a public forum. Shogun, I think he might get his titles now.
He might do. Might be pushed further back now, actually. But we'll see. Either way, he's got more.
Yeah, he did.
This is a team that won the ultimate title, world champions. But for the time being,
along with Stizzy too.
Boston champions.
Him and Zen.
Pretty likely with the way that they're playing. KC. I mean, what a performance from them. And what a performance from Atomic. I mean, on the losing side, I'm so happy that Magnifico got at least a game. They deserved it.
They needed one, didn't they? They needed one, and they got their elusive game that they couldn't quite just grab. I mean, 1,080 points and you lose is pretty rare in Rocket League, and when you're dominating like that individually, you're expecting to perhaps see it on the scoreboard on the team sheet. They did get the one win, or the one game win, should I say, but overall, Leaf, it was a domination from KC.
It was. I mean, a little bit too of a Magnifico game number 1, man. It just did not look like they were all in it. I'm glad to see that they kind of picked up a little bit. You didn't get your 4-0 that you were thinking might happen here, but a 4-1 still is a dominating fashion. It's still a bit of a wiping to the floor with your opponents. Magnifico maybe peaked the other day, as Atto said, but that wasn't to be today on Championship Sunday. We know the blue wall always steps it up, and Gentlemates will be their next matchup. But of course, we have to wait to get to that because there's some other best of 7s that we got to get through. And that next one, you see it there on the schedule, is GK versus Ninjas in Pajamas. Then we'll have the K-Corp Gentlemates afterwards. Let's talk about this one, guys. Shogun, GK, and Ninjas in Pajamas. Ninjas in Pajamas specifically have a chance this weekend to lock in their Boston spot.
Yeah, they're playing in a way that can definitely get it for them. I believe it's grand finals that they need if they want to even have a chance for it. A couple of things that need to go their way as well, which we'll obviously keep you up to date with. But this is a tale of two different forms yesterday. NIP looked utterly dominant on their way to annihilate WIP Esports. It was the other way around, though, CJ, for GK, who just offered nothing to Gentlemates.
Yeah, look, Nip whipped whip, but GK got whipped. It just wasn't the performance that you'd expect from them. We kind of went into it having I guess the desk was 50-50, perhaps even 60-40 to GK. In the end, Leaf, I think you were the lone ranger predicting Gentlemates on the desk at the time. Gibbs was pretty high on GK, and they were very flat. Individually, I mentioned it before, it's tough to work on team stuff when just your individual mechanics and kind of everything wasn't on form. Joyo put up a nice performance in Game 4 to deny the sweep, but outside of that, they got smacked.
Yeah, no, today's definitely going to have to be a different day, Shogun. I mean, we say it time and time again, GK fan favorites. Everyone wants them to do well. They love the players on the squad. It just hasn't been clicking yet. The question, I guess, if you're just looking at it on paper, for you, are you ranking them highly? Or do you think they're maybe performing where they should be right now?
Well, I've got them 5th in the region. The problem is whether or not they can get any higher than that. And all current form seems to indicate that maybe not. Maybe scrambling in for that 5th spot that KC1 is the best they can do. They need these points, though. Put it like this. Magnifico have matched them. Obviously, Man City are right up there for that 5th spot. GK, despite obviously the situations that happened to them during the last open qualifier, have put themselves in a bad spot. Top 6 helps, but it doesn't help enough. It doesn't scramble them back into those spots.
That's very true. Progressive fan vote is up, though. What do you guys think is going to happen, chat? Back that GK if you think they need it. As Shogi just said, they need those points right now, but so does everyone. Ninjas in Pajamas are looking
and I feel pretty chill. I'll be giving them that.
Yeah. They really, really want to make it to that grand finals because locking it in would be nice. Having that off your back, you don't have to stress about that going forward. The question is, what do the analysts think right now? Is GK going to be able to get those points, Shogun?
I would have had NIP as the better team coming into this match, even if I hadn't seen them play yesterday. With the form added on, this is an easy NIP pick for me.
Right. Yeah, I think with the form, I think the best thing for GK is the fact that they didn't have to play again yesterday, and the fact that this is a new day, because yesterday I feel like there was a fair bit of head noise after that. The mental would have been absolutely in the bin as well. You could just see how tilted they were, so they needed a good night's sleep. They can be a completely different team. We've seen it before in Rocket League. It's a funny sport like that. You can kind of wake up and all of a sudden they might be feeling it today.
Good.
But even if they are feeling it, Leaf, I still think Ninjas in Pajamas are the better team in general. So give me Nip.
Yeah, no, I'm going to have to land with both you fellas right now. I think Ninjas in Pajamas are the stronger team. Again, I'm actually not even going to be surprised if they do make that grand finals and lock in today. I could see them having a great day and passing even Vitality at this point in facing down either Gentlemates, K-Corp in the finals there. And chat is going to give GK a little bit of an edge here, but that's too close ones in a row here, and I'm hoping maybe it's a little bit of a closer series than we saw in that last one with K-Corp Magnifico. Let's play it to find out why don't we. GK Esports really want these points. They really want to make up for their performance so far, but Ninjas in Pajamas looking to clinch that Boston Major spot. Let's find out who takes the dub.
Thank you very much, Leaf. And yes, as Nip could make the Boston Major if they make the grand finals, GK, Johnny, are just struggling to survive, really, and can testament. Let's see if they can do it, as Game 1 is brought to you by Progressive.
Yeah, this is going to really decide what kind of event the next one is going to be for GK, because if they can win this, then they're really in a good position, but if they can't, they're way back in the points. They're relying on other teams to lose, never a position you want to be in as a Rocket League pro.
And it was a really disappointing performance yesterday from GK. You know, you're going to get some losses, you're going to get some underperformances, but it was the individual errors they were making. They seemed completely flat. CJ said a good night's sleep would have helped him out, so I think we have to see something earlier on from GK to suggest to us that they are the real version of themselves.
Absolutely, and I want to see some energy. Oh dear, it's almost a terrible start for GK. We want to see some energy in the face cams from them. Because I think, you know, that's maybe something to lack in the personnel department. All very low energy players at times, never, you know, not always the hype man on the team. Seiko known for being such a calm individual. You know, Joyo, very stoic. So can they come in here with a little bit more positivity, a little bit more energy against NIP?
Well, I'd be pleased that they're not already 1-0 down. There was a chance there for Oli, but it was knocked away just about there by GK. It does seem to be that Ninja the Pyjamas have started this game the better, though. Ninja the Pyjamas looking like such a good team this season, playing incredibly well, looking fluid and confident, the three of them that have been brought together. Better than perhaps even we expected, Johnny?
Absolutely. You know, CRR has been... He's been missing a little bit. He's been doing his world tour. Now he's back in Europe. We're wondering how he's going to go. But he's really still such a good player and working so well with these guys. But here comes Joyo, guiding the ball the whole way across the pitch to the air dribble bump threat. And Oli didn't fancy jumping for it. I don't think it would have mattered if he did. Yeah, Joyo just sits on his head.
And Joyo walking that ball all the way forwards. And after surviving the early scare, it is GK that managed to get that first goal. And you know, we talk about how 24 hours can make a big difference, but one goal can make a big difference. You know, you take the lead in a series and suddenly you think, oh, hey, look, we're feeling this. You go behind after 10 seconds and you feel sorry for yourselves again. So we'll see if GK are able to build upon that one. Keep a close eye on their face cams, but here comes CRR trying to get the immediate response there for Nip, and he was close.
Good save from GK. You know, the previous play to that, Joyo was looking for a very aggressive turn upfield and bump. They're showing a lot of trust in each other defensively, GK. Third player upfield, willing to lurk, looking for those redirects, look for those bumps. It's something that Joyo would, I think, do really well to add to his game. Oh my goodness, it's almost not gone in. Apparently Jack Duncan, only big time. Shots are just, they're just testing NIP, checking to see if they're paying attention.
Yeah, but he's got the ball back in orange territory. Have GK looking fairly comfortable today, as apparently Jack almost finds Seiko in the center, who's just calmly waiting. As you said, he is a stoic presence. Apparently Jack keeps the attack going, again tries to push that one into the center, but CRR is the only player there, so that was one infield pass too many there for apparently Jack. But GK going to come forwards again, and they're looking a lot more like themselves as long as CRR doesn't score this one and completely take that away, and he actually puts it wide. Jorius can't score either. Huge chance goes begging for Nip. GK remain 1-0 up.
That's a big surprise. CRR had the entire goal to aim at pretty much, but he's hit the post to the double tap. He probably had too long to think about it, because it was almost open with how much of the goal he had to shoot there. Anything top shelf is in. Any hard shot, even near the goalie's probably a goal. So big opportunity wasted there. It's a good job creating it from NIP, but 2 minutes to go, got to take the next chance.
Apparently Jack is boostless, but is still able to flick that over the first attacker. He's taken out the game for it though. In comes Seiko around the corner. Joyo waiting again. GK trying to find that ball into that central man, looking for these infield passes, which so far they've been dealing with pretty well. They do get the ball over the top where Seiko was waiting. And time's beginning to tick away. GK, if they can get this first game, it could be massive for their mentality, and they are looking incredibly lightly right now.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good here, GK. This is a NIP squad that beat them pretty handily in the first event of the season. Revenge time for GK with everything on the line on Champ Sunday. And now Seiko's going to try and work things forward. He's got a good block on Joria's touch. Joyo with a free opportunity here. Decides to try sealing, but not the first time this game. Joyo's just not quite had the first touch that he wanted. Still heating up.
And Jorius is almost nipping in there as well for Nip. Could have scored if he'd got that one on target, but instead it just led to a little bit of pressure here for Ninja the Pyjamas. Better touch from CRR. Jorius coming in, and Jorius isn't going to miss that time. And despite all their hard work, GK do lose their lead.
It's very simple, as Jorius actually just stays airborne and puts in CRR's outplay. Yeah, pretty big gap there between GK players, very spread out, and maybe a bit too much so, because Jorius 50-50. It did go back, which usually means you're going to keep possession with one of your defenders. Not on this occasion. NIP tie.
And Nip had to show plenty of patience, scoring with their 10th goal in this first game. Jorius has a chance to be passed to there by CRR. He slams the ball. His Dutch teammate. CRR again will get that one to Jorius. Nicer touch that time from CRR towards Jorius. A little bit more that Jorius can do with that one as Nip try to continue their recent step up in this first game. Want to get this second goal before overtime, looking the more likely overall. GK have a chance to counter here. Apparently Jack, one touch, two touch into the center. Jorius called into action on the goal line. It does seem to me though, Johnny, that Nip are just beginning to step up.
Oh, Seiko.
Until.
Ceiling double and then the backboard touch as well. Jorius and Oli both jumped for that one. Bad communication and defense from NIP. Seiko just taps it in. Good comms from GK in comparison to let him know that that was wide open.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost slow motion when Seiko gets the ball. He never rushes into the play, but that's a good kickoff there from Ninja in Pajamas. It falls to CRR. Joris has a chance to continue the attack into the center is where he wants to go, but Seiko, the goal scorer, gets in the way and does so again. Beats Nip back. Can they get something going in the last few seconds? Oli in front of the play. CRR finds Joris, who's pre-jumping, but apparently Jack is too quick. Joyo slams home, and GK do take the first game.
A very interesting game. You mentioned the NIP were the team with more shots. They did finish the game with more shots than the totals. Not all that many, clear-cut chances. We had the goal they scored, and of course CRR's missed double tap. That, for me is the standout in this game for NIP. You have to score that one at this level. But as for GK, they were just trying to play as carefully, as cautiously as possible. Very spread out in the pitch. It actually cost them in the one goal they conceded. They were too spread out. But they were more clinical with their chances. Joyo scoring one solo play, Seiko scoring a solo play at the end as well.
Yeah, it's lovely to see Seiko doing that as well, because he is such an inspiring player with his cards. You know what I mean? He's never going to be somebody who is leading the charge into battle, is Seiko. But when he gets his goals going and when he gets scoring, that's when Joe and apparently Jack feel so much pressure just release from them. And it's definitely a way that GK can do this. I think it's fair to say they look better than they did yesterday, Johnny.
Yeah, I do think that there's a lot of positives to take away from this game for GK. The benefit of playing this spread out in the pitch is that double commits are far less likely to happen. So it's very easy to know whose ball's which and to play off each other's touches. But what they're going to be looking to do in this game is up the pace a little bit, because if you are playing spread out Rocket League, if you're getting all your players in different parts of the pitch, you want the ball moving quickly. You want every 50-50 to be as volatile as possible. So if you get dead ball 50s and you're this team that's spread out, you're just giving away possession.
Want to see if they can ensure that's what's going to happen. Keep a close eye on that one for GK, but Jack doesn't even get a 50-50 there off CRR. He slams that one towards the goal. And CRR boostless. Can't do too much about that because Seiko again is sniffing around, looking dangerous, trying to get in their way. Great demo there from Joyo. I think it was Joyo that earlier on you said you want to see more demos as part of his game. That one almost led to a goal.
Yeah, when he's playing with Seiko, definitely. Seiko, he's a great third man. Likes to sit deep, wait for opportunities to pounce on uncontested balls. And Jack is obviously a player who's good at creating those chances for his teammates, forcing off the ball. If Joyo and Jack can become a 1-2 punch doing that, just taking turns swooping across, getting bumps and demos, key touches, Seiko's going to get a lot of opportunities to play the type of Rocket League he likes to play. Oh, good defense there by Seiko, dodging the bump with no boost on the back wall.
Yeah, looking like the best player on the pitch so far is Seiko. Joyo goes up to meet CRR, and Oli will be able to steal this boost and put this one in front of the blue goal. It's so dangerous right now for GK, but somehow, again, Seiko gets the block. GK living a charmed life.
That was a great play by Oli. Really, honestly, fantastic chance for Joyo as well on the goal line. 50-50 so well to keep NIP at bay. NIP very unlucky that didn't result in a goal.
Joyo is desperate just to slow this one down. Has Seiko behind him. Pretty bunched up at the moment, GK. I don't like what their game plan is, so the close 50 doesn't make sense. Dorius tries to get out Seiko again, who wriggles away from one. Somehow we're still at 0-0. Can GK complete the counter? Joyo in the far corner. Seiko here goes to the ceiling, similar to the goal that he got in the opening game. Joyo sends it towards Jorius. So GK, they're surviving. They're not doing too much more than that this game, but they're making plenty of saves, plenty of blocks. Here comes Nip again. Oli leaves it for Jorius, who's up onto the backboard. Seiko should be able to cover and does. And they're looking secure right now, GK. They're surviving, but there's rarely double commits. They always seem to know whose ball it is to go for. So when there's these moments where they seem stretched, it's still almost in slow motion. It's almost comfortable despite them being stretched.
Yeah, their intentions are quite clear at the other end of the pitch. Just let the ball center itself and go for demos ahead of it. So many times this game, GK have attempted that play. One thing they've got to be careful about in defense is defending that backboard, as open backboards have been available for NIP in both games so far this series.
And he goes to the ceiling. This is dangerous here. CRI was already up and used his flip pretty quickly. I think he realized he wasn't able to get that one. So now apparently Jack, huge 50-50. He is only able to get this one. He is. What a dunk that was from Jack.
Great 50-50 mechanics. Now Joyo bumping, opening up space for Seiko. controlled the game in game one and then took it himself with the solo play. Looking like a similar game plan. There's that backboard again, though. Jorius with a huge play. Leaves it on the line for CRR. What a goal. Jorius denying the clear.
Now, he had to do so much work there, Jorius. The ball cannoned into him, gave him a reset, and that's enough for him to slow the ball down on the goal line. So CRR coming in was just able to nudge it home, and finally, the GK defenses are breached.
Oh, CRR and Oli. I'm going to be careful there not to get in each other's way. It's a critical goal there for NIP. They've already had a couple of times in this series where they'll feel like they should have scored. The ball's been on the goal line. Some crazy saves are coming out. Oh, Joyous in the middle now. Oh, it's gone in. CRR went too high on the backboard. Couldn't get back down to it.
Yeah, it's not the best defending there from CRR, but credit to Joyo. What a first touch that is. You said in the first game, Johnny, that Joyo's first touch wasn't as good as it normally is. He tried to go for the ceiling once or twice and it hadn't worked, but he kept on trucking. And that's because Joyo knows what he is capable of, and that is exactly it. CRR caught by surprise, but here comes Jorius. End-to-end stuff right now. Well, these players going for solo plays. The beautiful game of Rocket League to watch. Oh, he slams it home! One of the best dunkers in the game reminds us why.
Just not careful enough there, Seiko. Trying to go up and over Oli. Dangerous route to take with Oli committing to that same angle. Just let a little bit of a gap open up between himself and the ball, and that gave Oli the chance to ceiling pinch it on target. I mean, crazy shot. NIP lead again.
Oli is not a man that you want to be creeping off your goal line for when a 50-50 is coming in, because he's so good at manipulating the ball in those situations. But GK coming forwards, even though they're losing, again, looking like a team who believe in themselves right now, despite Nip having a 2-1 lead. Seiko has a chance here to get this one to the corner, gets the reset, gets it round the corner all the way. Joyo almost forces it in. Apparently Jack shoots. Joris is there able to save. There was no one from GK getting a bump or a dunk. Apparently Jack loses that one out to Seiko. Joyo has no boost, has to head back. So Nip, 45 seconds left. Now the team that are having to do all the defending as Joyo comes forward, gets the reset, and CRR sends it to the side.
It's really good defense from CRR. Frustrating for GK to go up against this in the closing minute. Joyo and Seiko pretty much taking turns with the solo plays. Jack is trying to get something started here. Air double butt pass, low one, gets two to jump. CRR again able to get the end of the loose ball though.
Joyo to the ceiling, can he use it again? He's got the reset, you know. Apparently Jack's already up. Apparently Jack tries to take out a couple of his bumps. Seiko, Jory is 50-50. Apparently Jack, does he get this boost? Instead it's the ball into the center. Joyo is there, beats CRR. It's going to bounce into the middle again. Unfortunately for GK, they're just unable to get that final pass. Desperate for one more player in the middle. But Nip are making sure they're blocking every single avenue, and they have got the ball all the way back to blue territory, and no GK player has any boost, but Seiko had picked some up. It doesn't matter though, because he had to let it drop beforehand, and Ninjas in pajamas get their equalizing game.
A very close series here. It's an inverse of the first game where NIP had more shots and lost. Now GK have more shots in the tallies and they lose. But it's all about the quality of shots in this matchup. NIP coming very close to scoring on several occasions, and they do score on two. GK's quality of opportunities not as good in the second game, despite some impressive aerial mechanics out of Joyo. Defensively though, you know, you can see the plan is there for GK. They're not panicking. They're letting NIP come at them, trying to hit them on the counter, but you know, that can only take you so far. It's not you need to do something else as well in Pro Rocket League. Relying you know, purely on the mistakes of the opponents is not going to get you tournament wins. It's not going to get you deep in events like this one.
I mean, what I say as well, it's a battle of two different defensive styles. GK, they were on the back foot for plenty of that game, but they seem very comfortable and almost still defensively. You know, they're not rushing at anything. There's no double commits, whereas Nip are a bit more chaotic, but Nip made 9 saves in that game. So they were able to make the key touches at the key moments, even though GK are able to stretch them. And then that winner is just only getting a 50-50. That's, you know, that's how he made his name in this scene, getting huge dunks, huge blocks, being able to force the ball where he wanted. So his specialty was enough there to separate the teams on game number 2, and we have parity once more in this series, 1-1. A reminder that if Nip make the grand finals today, they make the Boston Major, whereas GK are just trying to stay alive, trying to keep themselves in contention going into open number 3, as apparently Jack goes high. Seiko and Joyo both behind him. Apparently Jack gets one into the middle. Seiko thought about going for it. Joris takes him out. This could be a chance early doors here for Ninja in Pyjamas. Joyo uses all of his boost to get something on it, but a huge chance still for Nip until apparently Jack suppresses it.
CRR looking to guide the ball mid for his teammate. It's a smoke screen where CRR's actually landed in front of the ball. Despite getting a demo, still doesn't create a chance. Well, at least a clear chance for NIP.
Joe's on the backboard here. So again, GK happy to sit back and swallow some pressure. Not too afraid of what Nip are coming forwards. They'll be reminding themselves that the goal that Nip got was, you know, ultimately from their perspective, an unfortunate dunk. So they weren't outplayed. They certainly haven't been dominated in the way that I think we predicted would happen coming into this series. Apparently Jack almost gets someone over the top of Oli. Joyo's coming in. Wisely waits low because he knew that Oli had a pass towards CRR. The pass isn't perfect there from Nip.
Yeah, looks like GK are just playing for territory at the moment. Just trying to get the ball forward, not really using each other in those advanced positions yet, but that's fine if they can land some physical plays. So just another way to create pressure. You don't always have to pass to the man upfield. You can do work in other ways. Oh, there is an exact example of that. Forget about passing. Just make a run for the goalie as Oli 50s it back, turns around, puts the pressure on. Seiko gets clattered.
The only 50-50 is right now Ninja in Pyjamas' greatest weapon. He knew he didn't have to dodge, just stays grounded on the floor, prods it to his teammate. But then it's that wherewithal, isn't it, Johnny, to then go for the bump instantly. Not to hesitate, not to go for anything else. Seiko comes forward with a flip reset. Jorius gets someone back towards halfway. And CRR, I think it was, went for a doink there. Didn't quite time it well enough. I'll teach you, mate, don't worry.
It looks like, you know, maybe a bit too close, a bit too early in the arrival there for Joyo as he looked to come in as third man in the attack. So one of the underrated aspects of the best third man in Rocket League is the timing of their arrival. You know, being that last player into the attack is all about timing. It's about getting to the position you want to be in with momentum. Oli just parks in front of Jack there. You can't park there, mate.
He could for a second, to be fair. They had about 4 seconds of being parked there. And then the warden came and shooed them away. Oli over the top of Joyo. CRR's coming in again. It's just Oli is bullying GK Esports.
Yeah, Oli again just crushing the 50-50 and then getting the outplay on Joyo as well. No help for Joyo. Rotation's coming in too slowly for GK. And this is a worrying sign. These goals are not hard to come by for NIP. They're just 50 in the ball back to teammates, winning 50s forward and getting the next player onto the ball. You know, GK need to maybe bunch up a little bit closer together, which is not what they've been trying to do in the first 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, it's not hard right now for Ninja in Pyjamas because they do have the human battering ram that is Oli. Anyway, here comes apparently Jack. It's a perfect first touch and then a couple of touches from the dunk. CRR beats the GK players. Oli is up. Has no opponent this time, so has to hit the ball cleanly. Jorius is
wow.
And that is a very, very pretty little goal.
And it's the 3rd assist for Oli. He is just setting up his teammates perfectly in this game. Lovely redirect from Jorius, of course, but this has been Oli's game where he's just quietly taken over and been the creator of every single goal in what's turning into a comfortable win.
3 assists. Yeah, you don't see that too often, a hat-trick of assists. Let's see if Oli can get any more. Apparently Jack needs something for his team here, but CRR, this is the game is strong, and then Seiko had to finish, and then it's saved after as well. GK may well look back at that moment and rue it, because that's a huge opportunity.
Oh yeah, that was just wide open. It was completely uncontested, free shot. It was a slightly awkward angle, but at this level, you absolutely have to score that. He had a bit of time as well, but Seiko couldn't put it in. It wasn't even close. It went hard off the post, not even posting across the goal. And nothing's working out for GK now. They've fallen prey to Oli's 50s, and now, will they lose a 4th goal? Not with Jack defending it like that, they won't. And their problem's been at both ends of the pitch in this game.
Yeah, it's tough. Seiko doesn't get the flip reset there either. Looking a little bit awkward now. Apparently Jack hits the crossbar. And just right here, it seems that GK are having the same thing happen to them now that happened to them yesterday. Just bit by bit, thread by thread, beginning to fall apart. Good news for them is it's a long old best of 7. Plenty of time to fix it. I think a tactical timeout may be coming after this one, if they indeed go on to lose this game. But Seiko snaps back to life.
just when you think it might be FF go next, Seiko hits him with the ceiling shot. He had to be on point with that dodge because he actually jumped off the ceiling there, so that's not an unlimited time dodge. He managed to get it right at the end of the 1.5 second timer. Snipes the top corner. Still time to make something off this, GK.
Yeah, masterful timing there from Seiko. Far from easy, even for players of this caliber. Apparently Jack has a slightly simpler pre-flip setup there. Joyo, who does he go to? It's Seiko on the side. Seiko puts it over and CRR, brilliant save. Not for the first time this game. Snaps into life on the goal line. Apparently Jack gets the reset now. Can't get over Jorias. GK fighting all the way to the end. Joyo, backboard. Misses the double tap. Seiko's in. Could he have just shot? No, he didn't need to though, and it is 2-3.
Seiko again. And this time with some help from Joyo, who just annoys CRR with his presence. He just lands in front of him. And then the distraction pays off. Seiko flicks it top corner. 18 seconds to go. Winnable for GK.
Oh, it's a fake kickoff as well. Apparently Jack gets that one onto his own backboard. Seiko has to win this race and does. Joyo now has a chance. Doesn't use the ceiling. Uses his car instead. Jory is there to meet him. Seiko can't win the next one. Oli puts it away. It's been Oli's game. And who else but him to pull it away just when it seemed that GK had given themselves a chance.
Yeah, not a bad try there for GK with the fake kickoff. Double diagonal fake. And it actually got read by NIP. They predicted it, and Jack still managed to make something off of it. Managed to get a pass to a teammate, so not a bad effort there. They're going to continue with the kickoff strats. This one
What is it with different kickoffs? Same thing happened yesterday when they had They had a 2-goal lead with 3 seconds left against Whip, and only saved that one because Jorias was very rude and stopped all of our dreams coming true. Today it wasn't far off either against GK Esports.
But he did the right thing, Jorias. He didn't run into the corner for the boost. He just stayed in that little pocket where he can make a save on any immediate shot and confirms the win. So, you know, good defense there from NIP. They've read GK's kickoff game pretty well at the end of the game. You have to expect things like that with only 18 seconds left. GK trying to make the comeback happen. You know they're going to pull up some kind of physical play or mind game. Or maybe just a normal kickoff is the mind game.
I was going to say, that's when the double bluff comes in, right?
Yeah. That's what they should do next time. Just don't do anything. No fakes, nothing weird. Just play a standard kickoff strat because clearly NIP are expecting tricks in those situations.
Well, yeah, but then they're expecting them to think that and then expecting to go for the normal one. And then you do the tricks, but then they're expecting that and then it all goes all the way down. Everyone gets very, very confused. It seems that there has been no tactical timeout called, so GK going to keep on rolling. I guess the momentum at the end of that game was enough for them to think, do you know what? Let's just see Utopia.
I think so. They did have some good momentum going. They lost the game, but they scored the last 2 goals before the final goal of the game. Doesn't really matter because at that point GK are fully overcommitted. They need to score. So 3-2, 4-2, it doesn't really matter if you lose by a bigger number. You have to go for it. And that's why they've decided not to take the timeout here.
Well, let's see if it was the correct decision. Apparently Jack has early possession off the kickoff. And Jorias is at least able to get it away. I've been keeping a close eye on the GK player cam so far, and they're, you know, starting to crack a few smiles, looking a little bit more comfortable than they were earlier on. But this is going to make them feel any better. CRR misses another double tap, but Oli this time was expecting it.
Yeah, CRR's, he's a good miss there, though. That's a good miss. On the goal line, away from the goalkeeper, just didn't want to get that saved. Knows if he can get it close enough, it is going to be wide open. And it looks like they do just have a little bit more sting in their attack as they read another kickoff. CRR predicting that one going off to the side.
Sorry, some stuff has been happening.
Between these two teams.
Not really too effective so far for GK at least.
Can I add you? I am not on. I don't have Rocket League open at the moment. Also, what's up, Luca? Have you ever watched Flakes do Road to SSL with no mechanics? I have not.
So top 8 and beyond. Joyo goes to the ceiling as well. It's been a harsh friend of his, Joyo, the ceiling in this series. It's worked a couple of times, not worked a couple of times, but CRR has Oli in front of him. Oli, the bully, isn't quite able to get the nudge that he wants, and that is very well defended by GK, at least for now. Apparently, Jack finishes the job. That was a horrible position, and they've scored from it.
Yeah, great play. It looked like NIP just pushed a bit too hard for this one. Everybody advancing. They're really trying to force the goal. Thought they had an advantage, but they've been hit on that counter. It's something that GK have looked for in every game this series, and this one it does work out. Joyo had a lot of the goal to aim for there, but he slotted it well past Oli. Here comes Oli, 50 mid to CRR. Jack recovers quickly enough, but the ball's still in the danger area. Jory is first to it, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, good pace there from Ninja and Pajamas. It seemed that Seiko had done enough, got away with the 50-50. Apparently Jack can only find Oli, who read what apparently Jack was doing, and that was the key moment. Jory is slowing down, not standing on ceremony, not allowing Seiko the chance to reverse and get that ball away. And once more, Johnny, as soon as GK make it look like they're getting back into this game, Nip have enough just to score that next goal to push them straight back down.
Oh, good demo there by GK. Can Joyo do something with this? Yes, he can. Drops it down for Jack to tie the game. Perfect response for GK. All from Seiko's diving demo and Joria's. Joyo and Jack both getting involved in the assist and the goal.
Yeah, and a big cheer there from Joyo as well, starting to get into this one at GK Esports. That's what we needed to see, this life from this team. And I think that Nip have to be wary here, because they have to be like well aware that GK have a chance to go up a couple of gears. If they let them, if they allow them, it's exactly what's going to happen. And GK will improve.
Oh.
They have to try and prevent that happening, but it's looking more like a chance for GK. Jorius uses the pinch from the save, gets it as far as Oli, and Nip, I think, have survived this one with Jorius using the rest of his boost to find Oli, might even be able to counter.
That's good positioning though by Seiko. Just sitting back, covered in any high ball. GK, for most of the series, have spread out quite well in defense. Oh, their issues have been reading Oli for the most part. Oli's been involved in so many of the goals for this NIP squad. He really does well mixing up the pace of his challenges. Sometimes he rushes, sometimes he pulls back and goes for a delayed challenge. It's very hard to get a read on Oli when he's playing like this. So Jorius has just fallen over. He had too much inertia.
Is my mic working now? There we go.
Early, and the ground kind of ate his jump. Luckily, NIP had many black to handle that one.
Yeah, it was Oli again who was behind. He saw that one coming. I wonder if there was a quick call from Jorius or if Oli just saw it coming. Either way, GK keep on coming. CRR gets a huge clearance all the way back, but that's all it is. Apparently Jack should have been able to do a bit more of that one. His first touch wasn't ideal, so his second one was a recovery rather than a continuation of what could have been an attack. Joyo pinches that one into the center. What can Jorius do here? Can he bundle his way through? He's through that slightly shaky moment defensively. His team have got away with it. CRR tries to skim that one into the middle. And once again, all three GK players back. You know, they're happy to defend GK. That's been working relatively well for them in this series for the most part. But there are key moments when Nip break through.
Well, NIP not coming that one early enough as Jorius dive bombs the ball and it just takes it away from Oli. But they're right back into a good position. Slight lack of accuracy in a lot of their touches though. I think if one thing NIP could improve on massively today, it would be precision. As we've seen a couple of missed double taps and a couple of missed takeoffs, just jumping too early, not getting the right angle. CRR just pings it forward. Okay. He's going to follow that one up, easily saved by Joyo. Still, with the way this series is going, a must-win game for GK.
Yes.
NIP are here knocking at the door.
Yeah, a pivotal moment in GK split potentially if they can get this.
Like I already said, I don't have Rocket League open, but my Epic is the same as my YouTube. Send me a friend request, and whenever I open up Rocket League, I'll accept it. But here's the thing: at first, I will not be playing with viewers until later.
Apparently, Jack calls off Seiko, but doesn't win it. Oli is staring down Joyo. Oli, who has been such a demon so far in this series, but apparently Jack wriggles his way away from CRR and Jorius. Joyo waiting for this ball. No rushing still from GK. They're keeping their composure. The playstyle has remained to the blueprint, as apparently Jack comes forward, wants to get the must, he can't quite do it, wants to get the second touch as well and still can't do it. Joyo was chasing CRR, but CRR, the Spaniard, once more does enough defensively.
Alrighty.
25 seconds to go. GK finally into attack. Joyo ceiling double attempted, doesn't land it. Now it's final 20, but again, GK have just backed off. They've conceded the whole midfield. They'd rather defend closer to their goal, which is dangerous, but leaves some space behind their opponents for those counter-attacks. Jory is now with CRR in front of him. The bump slide and Joyo stops one. Oli coming in. Backboard is open, but Joyo just gets up to it.
Yeah, that could have been the heartbreaker. It still could. Oli is trying to snipe this one out from the air, but Seiko won't let him. Key overtime in GK's season, and if Nip can take it, they will be looking at making that grand final marching their way towards the Boston Major. CRR's almost in. Oli could be as well, but he absolutely fluffs his touch. Falls to apparently Jack. One-on-one against his old teammate, Jorius, but Jorius escapes.
Well, Jorius has had a lifetime of dodging air dribble bumps from Jack, or at least trying to. That one he does avoid. Jack's still in his face, though. Jorius, once more, solid defensively.
CRR to the side. Finds Jorius, but there's barely any boost here for Nip. CRR has 100 at least, but he's dunked. Boot on the other foot as far as Nip and GK are concerned. Oli and is challenged by Seiko. Great block from Seiko up against Jorius. Apparently Jack is in. Can apparently Jack score nearly? Jorius is up. Oli using all of his boost, gets the block. Falls to Seiko. He's put it wide again.
Seiko again nowhere near, and he's cleared the ball. It's still going offensively for GK, but I don't know how they've missed that one as badly as they did. Seiko had such a good look at it.
Oh man, that has got to sting, but they have to keep on going for now. Seiko, he is up. How much he would love to be the man to finish this game. Joyo punches it forwards. Apparently Jack behind him. Oli, apparently Jack in the air. Here is Seiko. All eyes on him. Can he stand up and be countered when he needs to? Apparently Jack dodges the 50-50 with Jorius. Into the corner it goes. Apparently Jack in the middle takes out CRR, but there's no one there again.
What?
There's no one there.
Hello? GK's center ball coming through. Anybody want to hit it? I guess not. They're just going to let it go across the box again. Wait for an even more open center ball. Seiko's been...
Oh, man.
The pre-jump doesn't do much, but Jack's got him covered. Somebody's got to take the shot there. Listen, if I'm in ranked, I don't like when people spam take the shot, but that's probably a good opportunity to do that, and it's fully justified. Now Jack with a chance to take the shot. Jorius stops him again. Man, so many chances for GK, but they are not taking them this game.
Here is Seiko, though. Maybe more difficult chances what he needs. Something to rely on is just his
I am live again.
Instead of thinking too much about it. CRR versus apparently Jack. Jorius has a chance for a clean touch. Nip must be thinking that anything from here is a bonus. They should have lost this overtime already.
Nice.
If they can take it, it would be massive in this series. Oli, well, watch this one. Tries to tee up a teammate, but there's nobody there. It's just Joyo in the air. Almost over the top of Jorius. Ninja the Pajamas continuing to defend on the front foot. Huge clearance there. Seiko up against Jorius. Manages to get past him as well. That's good play there from Seiko. He's had a shaky overtime, but that was a good moment.
See some good challenges on the NIP air dribbles, so everyone's getting shut down early. And, no hesitation in the challenge game from GK. Just can't say the same thing about their offenses. They hesitate a lot moving in. Surely now, Joyo wide open and scores. Finally, GK tie the series. I lost count of how many clear-cut chances they had, but it's all in the past. They get the job done.
Yeah, I mean, they did not make that easy, and it is still not pure GK. They will not be happy with that game despite winning the overtime, because you can't miss that many chances and expect to take a series. But for now, they've got the monkey off their back. They have apparently Jack with 12 shots and 1 goal. Joyo with 6. And Seiko, it says 1 shot, but I'm pretty sure he probably had about 4, but all of them were rolled onto the post for some reason.
In a bit, I will be leaving. So I'm either going to leave the stream up, or I'm probably going to put it to be right back or end it, because I'm going to go help and a family move furniture and their belongings out of a house that caught fire.
Touch is just nowhere to be seen. There's just a free ball, it looks like, in the box, in NIP's box,
and I'll
just nobody's
maybe
there
be
GK.
back later.
No
I don't know if I'll be back in time for like when Mason has to leave for work.
Rock League, which
but
doesn't really put a lot of pressure on the opposition, doesn't
give
you a chance to score when the ball goes into those key positions. So yeah,
I'm
they've got to be a bit
and
more
get my
aggressive here,
boots
GK,
on
I
and
think, if
all.
they're going to take this one. Still, did enough to tie the series 2-2.
Yeah, I mean, and as for Ninja in Pajamas, I mean, we haven't really seen too much from... Jorius had that one lovely goal where, well, it was CRR that got the goal, but it was Jorius who got the flip reset to the top corner in game 2. But apart from that, we haven't really seen any mad moments from Jorius, and CRR, who's had such a good season so far, has been pretty quiet as well. So Ninja in Pajamas, they'll be reminding themselves that they can step up from here themselves. You know, that was a tough overtime, and they probably could have lost it 2 or 3 times before they finally did. I want to see some Nip players stepping up mechanically here. That's for GK. Will they now have breathed that sigh of relief and play with confidence? Because it's still severely lacking despite this series being 2-2. It's a better start for there. Seiko almost takes out a couple. Big save. Then it's missed by Ninjas in Pajamas. Only with no boost, just stays grounded and does the right thing.
That was a great try there for GK. You know, better to see that follow-up coming through quickly, nearly resulting in an opening goal. I'm with you. I think that NIP can massively improve. I think their play has been, I think the problem's been in the execution side. Yeah, they've had a better game plan, I think, in terms of creating winning chances. The majority of the series, game 3, not the case, as GK had more.
Depends on when I get back.
Yeah, it's all about execution for NIP. They've got to make better on their touches, got to make better on their opportunities, the double taps. Wayward. Now it's not time to be doing that as Joyo pounces on the center ball. There we go from GK. This is what was lacking in the last game. Well, not this time, as Joyo's immediately into the middle as third. Jack was actually jumping over it.
Yeah. Yeah, and apparently Jack as well. Now he's the one who's, one, smiling, not seen that for a couple of days, and two, a real, you know, explosion of come on there from apparently Jack and GK. They're starting to believe. The luck has turned their way, and now their skill is carrying them even further forwards. But Nip try and respond immediately, and they manage to do so. And just when GK are beginning to pull away, Nip say no.
Yeah, Seiko tripped off the inside. He tripped off the post there, so it's a big mistake by Seiko. He had a lot of boost while trying to rush back into the goal. Tripped on the post, and that ruined his recovery. He couldn't get to the ball in time. If he just didn't trip that, I think he would have had a free clear.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that Seiko has had a pretty shaky series at times, but he's been mercurial. He's had great moments as well, scattered among them. Good fake there from Jorius towards CRR. But again, CRR, who's made some good saves, but in attack hasn't done too much, really. Slowly comes forward, has Seiko in his sights. It just wins the 50-50 effortlessly, gets past Jack as well. There was CRR, is Jorius going to arrive in time? He's not, but Oli still potentially the cause of GK's demise.
Oh, CRR's backwards in defense. It's led to an Oli goal. If he can't, no, he can't score it.
It's because we've said that CRR's quite quiet. Oli's like, here you go, mate, you have one.
It's just one of those positions where it looks like NIP have messed it up. So GK tried to pounce on them, and it's all bait. It's actually fully under control, and Oli walks it into the post to outplay Seiko. Seiko's got a sore nose of his car now, while ramming into the post at full speed.
I want to see a clip of you saying, and it's an Oli goal, and it just clang. And the clip
goal. It's a goalie.
Someone make that.
Oh!
Make that.
Joyo again, quickly jumping on that center ball. I mean, I love this from GK. We didn't see this in the last game. This time, Joyo just staying in the play. He's just done trying to center it. Realizes it's coming back towards him. All he has to do is jump.
Much more aggression from GK. Apparently, Jack pumps that one forward. CRR was already up. Seiko, though, is starting to explain with a little bit more belief. Gets the flip reset. Maybe it is the Parisian background that they're playing in front of that's spurred Seiko to life for now. Joyo loses that to Jorius in the 50-50. Apparently Jack, though, was there waiting for it, so it was a good loss. Seiko up. Apparently Jack is teed, but can't do too much with that one. There's more good play here from GK. They're working their ball forward. That was almost a chance there for apparently Jack to get the redirect. Needed to look at Gibbs there for lessons on how to get those to Gibbs.
I actually really like that from Joyo as well. He had the chance to start one of his air dribbles that we're so used to seeing from him, but he mixes things up with just a shot towards the goal, which can, like you said, be redirected by a teammate. That's going to keep NIP from jumping too early in defense. Seiko now trying to bump. Oli does enough to put him in a compromised position, and Jack dunks in a third goal.
Yeah, well done, Jack. Saw his moment, didn't rush it, and Oli couldn't escape Seiko. We've seen GK try that a few times, and normally these Nip players are able to get away, but Seiko was too quick there and knew exactly what Oli was going to do to try and get his way out of that situation. 3-2 GK on the cusp of match point. There's still 2 long minutes until they find their way there. Apparently Jack, nice control. Seiko in the middle, opts to go solo instead. So, as you point out, Johnny, mixing up their approach, and it's working really well right now for GK.
Yeah, they've had some moments where things have been a bit too chaotic for them. I think NIP have thrived more in the chaos than GK have, but
agreed.
They've they've turned this one around. It was NIP in the lead now. GK working hard for a Game 4 win, and now they've taking multiple leads. Nice save there by Seiko. They look to hold on to this last lead that they've accumulated.
CRR is only in front of him, but goes solo instead, uses all of his boost, nearly takes out Seiko, who has stepped up massively in this game. Top scoring with 437 points despite not getting any goals in game. So that shows how much impact he has been having, pulling the strings, finding his teammates for the 3 goals that they've got. Oli is tracked by Joyo all the way. 50 seconds left now for Nip to get back into this one. Joyo tries to force a flip reset, but GK aren't letting him. And GK suddenly, yeah, they're all desperate for the ball. It's incredible what a turnaround they've had. Did they have a tactical timeout and I just forgot? Because between one game and the next, they've been so different. But it doesn't matter when Jorius can do that.
Jory is given a bit of extra space to play with. CRR got bumped by Seiko, and then he wave dashed to demo Seiko. That's actually ridiculous from CRR. I didn't know he had enough speed there to demo Seiko off of a bump. I think it might have actually been Oli who demoed him in the way forward. They're all ganging up on Seiko in defense. Well played by Jorius to convert.
And Jorius, he's coming clutch in key moments in recent seasons. Think back to the grand final that Dignitas had against Falcons. And now maybe he's stepping up in this one against his old teammate, but it's Joyo that bundles it through on the other end.
Joyo with the low 50. And not just one, but 2. He's muscled it past everybody. NIP have got to hit the gym as their New Year's resolution, because Joyo's just pressed them all out of the way.
Can GK see it through, though? 1 goal to the good, 15 seconds left. Jorius towards CRR. Oli is there waiting. CRR gets the bump. Apparently Jack was up quick. He got the block that was needed. 10-second countdown begins, but Seiko seals it with a kiss. 5-3, and GK are gonna have match point.
Jorius and Oli just not on the same page there. Jorius pre-jump, thinking Oli's gonna center it high, which probably would have been a better idea. The low center ball, so easy to intercept. Seiko does just that, sends it long to surely win the game. I mean, anything but a direct kickoff goal is a game win, and there it is confirmed. Double match point GK as they look to move into the top 5 in the point standings.
Timeout Nip is immediately called, and that is a very well-timed one. Don't forget that GK still have theirs in their back pockets
what's
as
up,
well.
Brad?
So if Nip are able to win this next game, then GK will be able to steal that momentum right away from them. But what an end to that game that was from GK. It was a great game of Rocket League, Johnny. End-to-end stuff, goals on each side. We have Jorius showing his mechanical flair, and then that forced through from Joyo with a double 50-50. That is such a rare style of goal to see. 2 50-50s in a row.
I'm sorry, Brad.
I love to see it from Joyo, especially because it's not really something that he's all that known for. Joyo's known for going over the top of you with the high plays to the backboard resets, all his style outplays, not letting the opponents touch the ball, but going right through them like that is just as effective.
You see, here's the thing. During the normal 1v1 we did, Brad,
so unbelievable from Joyo.
You kept doing stuff in the air and
really well.
ground
Just with that last
pinches.
goal, but also with
I can't do that shit.
Ground shot earlier in the game instead of just going for the high air dribble every single time. So he's becoming a more well-rounded player every single season. Joyo, he was already good to start with you know, pretty much his debut split or second split in RLCS being a LAN final, third split in RLCS being a LAN win. But that was the flair or nothing Joyo, and now it's a super well-rounded offensive package that he brings.
Well, this series is definitely coming to the boil. We've got Joyo, who is...
Well, it's kind of too late for that now, ain't it?
...sides of his game that we rarely see. We've got Jorius, who's getting his mechanics starting to strut like the peacock that he is. And his Neo Tokyo loads up. And it's like we're going to have a rip-roaring end to this series. GK, I mean, whatever happens from here, Johnny, I mean, if GK do lose it, there's obviously going to be much frustration from them, but at least we're seeing a glimpse of what we expect.
Most likely, whenever I leave, I'm gonna end stream, and then whenever I come back from helping that family, I'm gonna restart stream.
I think they've warmed up into this series. Jack wasn't as impactful in the earlier games, but now he's looking a lot more confident with the challenge game. Just no hesitation, solid challenges, winning the ball a lot. If not for himself, then definitely for his team. And when he's doing that, you're gonna get a lot of easy touches for Joyo. You're going to get a lot of easy touches for Seiko. That's really Jack's role in the team, as far as I can see, is about getting quality possession for his
Alrighty,
teammates
Brad.
and pouncing on anything that the opponents try to do.
Well, we are ready for game
I'm using
6.
the
GK within 1 of keeping their split alive and making a huge
Thank you.
statement.
I appreciate the
Magnifico
support.
went out earlier and breaking into that top 5 and into the pajamas. Everybody was expecting them to win this series. Everyone was expecting them really to make it to the grand final. They had to get through GK first, and it looks like it's GK that maybe can take first blood here. Apparently Jack, he gets that one into the middle. Joyo thought about going for this ball, can in the end go for it, but Oli suppresses it. GK have started game 6 all the better, Johnny.
Yes, good vision from Jack there, looking for his teammate in the far post. NIP in a bit of trouble, but Jorius does have full boost and possession in the back corner. He's done really well there to get past one with a mind game. CRR maybe a bit too eager to get involved in the play. Right now it should still be about trying to consolidate for NIP as they try to get momentum, try to get boost again. Oh, back pass.
Yeah, a bit of a scary moment there, but all parties have recovered sufficiently. Jorius in, gets into that top corner. What a finish from Jorius!
Well, you know, going back, maybe not the back pass that Joyo wanted as Jack gets taken out of the game. And like you said, perfect finish. Seiko is in the net. One of the best goalkeepers in the game. Couldn't keep that one out.
I know, and the strike is that clean and that powerful. But Jorius got nice goals in the last game. And Ninja the Pajamas still managed to lose it.
How in the hell
This time, CRR has 100 boost, but Seiko swipes the boost ball below him. So this could be a chance
did
for
GK
to launch an attack if they can get hold of this ball soon.
lose?
They can. Seiko's on the ceiling trying to track Jorius. Isn't able to. Joe has to keep an eye on Jorius.
Wait, didn't GK lose yesterday
Get this pinch. It's in the middle. CRR is able to do something
against Gentlemates?
Goes as far as Joyo, who puts it into no man's land really. And into the Pajamas, they had to have a bit of an onslaught from GK at the start of this one, but since then, looking much better until Joe goes to the ceiling, uses it again, and almost prods it home.
Yeah, this is still fine for GK. You know, the one goal they conceded came off a pretty wild sequence in the midfield that they'll not expect to be happy.
They lost against Gentlemates, but how the fuck are they winning against NIP?
High blocks right up next to the ceiling, but it's led to a 2v1 going the other way. CRR defends against both the bump and the attack. The shot, like you said, maybe a bit too early for the bump to land.
Yeah, apparently Jack maybe could have gone with 50-50 on the goal line there. I think he could have done more. The shot wasn't quite on because CRR was sitting so deeply back and did well to do so. Oli used the crossbar, used the post, and uses them magnificently to keep his team 1-0 to the good. Apparently Jack wants to get the dunk on Oli, can't do it. Seiko to the side, Jorius and CRR calling him off here. What can CRR do? He's the player that I said earlier, hasn't been too involved in this series.
Oh, well
a quiet one from him, but this is the better moment from him. Faking and juking his way all the way down, loses it out to Jorius. The shot's weak though, and Joyo can then find Seiko, who's over the top. Oli in front of him. Can Seiko sink this one? Not quite. More good defending, but more opportunities for GK Esports.
It's been CRR's best game of the series so far. He's been clutch at both ends of the pitch, and now, with half the game gone, they're halfway to that game 7. Seiko fakes it mid. Joyo didn't read it. Oli gonna waste some more time as he advances the ball for NIP. More 50s into position that they can play. And Jorius wants to get involved as well. Gotta be careful with that though as third man.
Seiko from the ceiling almost gets that one forwards. Joe has a chance to go to the shot again, so another snapshot here from GK. But for a couple of those recently, I wonder if they're trying to convince Nip they'll do it every time until eventually striking with an infield pass. We will see. CRR goes for a shot of his own, but apparently Jack is equal to that one. Takes a couple of touches for the dribble. Flicks it forward so far. It's going to hit the post. CRR as far as Joe. The 50-50 into the middle. Seiko thinks about going in, but why? Still not rushing GK, even with 80 seconds left.
NIP nearly getting caught out there by a simple flick from distance from apparently Jack.
Ooh.
Getting very eager to clear the ball, NIP. Maybe over-eager at times. Trying to push forward just a second too early before it's safe to do so. Still, holding on to that one goal each. Joyo had to loop back around. He does get to the goal line, saving time. Minute to go. GK still on that match point, of course, but Jorius has completely stomped Jack's air dribble there.
Seiko is dunked there by Oli, but